Welcome to the Doll's House with Miss Angel, a podcast to discuss girly things for girly boys. I hope you can relax and unwind as my voice takes you on a journey from fashion to flowers. Grab a cup of something warm and let's cuddle up. If you feel sleepy, I'm right here. Now, settle down, let's get started, and may your thoughts and dreams be as femme as can be. Today I'm looking at Bras, a Private View by Rosemary Hawthorne, and I have a special guest with me today. We're going to discuss the history of bras from the early days until around the 1950s. Now, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Miss Angel, the wonderfully witty, feminizing host, and my guest today is...
Hello, I'm Lily. So nice to meet you, Miss Angel.
Lovely to meet you.
Thanks so much for having me here. I'm so excited.
I'm glad to have you here. So, Lily, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a straight Sissy cross-dresser from Wales. I grew up pretty masculine in order to fit in with like the society gender norms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But secretly I just spend hours looking at girls' clothing, reading Sissy stories, dressing up with makeup, girls' underwear, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'd even fantasize about having boobs and roleplay in Sissy chat rooms, pretend to be a pretty girl. I never imagined any of those things would come true, but I started exploring sissification and feminization, and here we are. I'm now a middle-aged content creator. I play a bunch of feminine characters, so if anyone wants to come and have a chat with me, then they can have some fun with all of them too.
I'll be sure to put some details in the description or in a comment so that people can do that. Lily is really lovely and has a really good sense of humour, so yeah.
Thank you very much, Miss Angel. You're so wonderful yourself as well. The nicest, I call you the White Witch. Lovely witch.
White Witch, I like that. Let's move on to the business of bras, shall we?
Oh, yes, please. I've got my favourite bra on at the moment, especially for this occasion.
Ooh. Oh, tell me about your favourite bra.
Well, my favourite bra, since I got feminized, I've now got 36D breasts, so they move around, jiggle every time I move. So
That's nice.
Yeah, I wanted like a sexy bra to show off the cleavage, but the straps are so uncomfortable. And
yeah, that's a downside. Is it wired or not wired?
Oh, my first one was. I tried the wired one, and that was a bit harsh.
They can really cut into you. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Do you like wearing bras yourself, or do you find them uncomfortable?
I have to wear bras. During COVID, like a lot of ladies, I experimented with going braless. And I found out it gives me a sore back.
A sore back?
Yes,
no way.
It does, yeah. Because boobs weigh a little, so. And I'm a little lady, so my boobs were too heavy without a bra to carry them.
What's your favourite type of bra to wear?
I quite like balcony bras. And if plunge bras are nice, they're the ones that give you that sort of V-shaped cleavage, you know. Balcony bras are the ones that sort of hold you up like a pair of man's hands.
Just the ones you need.
Just what you need, some good support. I was going to read a quote from the opening of this book that talks a little bit about bras. Bras come in many shapes and sizes, like their owners. There are big ones, small ones, oddly shaped ones, some frivolous and fashionable, others strictly functional. They are more than just an item of supportive clothing. They symbolize eroticism, intimacy, and femininity. And they also tell us a lot about the hidden nature of women and how they wish to appear and appeal. Every girl remembers the excitement of wearing her first bra, her first public initiation into womanhood. In this book, it mentions a little bit about early bras. The ancient Romans used to wear something very much like a bra, like a bandeau bra, when doing exercise. And there's some, if you look online, there's some mosaics. Lily, you were also talking to me about the Minoans. What was interesting about their choice of bra?
Oh gosh, yeah. So those ones were completely braless. It's like the opposite of fashion today.
Yes, yeah. It was seen like as proper for women to walk around topless, but they had to wear like ankle-length skirts. You know.
Yeah, that's it. You never see anybody walking out around topless these days. You know what I mean?
It's banned, actually. I think in a lot of places you'd get arrested if you're walking around topless. Although nowadays, I started to see girls go out in, crop tops, and some of the crop tops are getting closer and closer to just looking like a bra.
Yes, I did notice that. You got the cleavage hanging out and the belly at the bottom, and it's
Have you ever worn a crop top? I'm not much of a fan because my tummy gets cold.
Well, I do in the summer, sort of thing. I absolutely love a crop top, especially if you go to the gym and stuff. And I'm going to work out, then the crop top's all about the crop top.
I wear a sports bra and just exercise in that. If I was walking down the street to go to the local Tesco, I would probably die if I was in a crop top. I would just shrivel up into like an ice cube by the fridge section.
What about in the summer though, when it's nice and summery and it's like hot day?
It doesn't matter. Even in the summer, like I like to wear layers. Like I always wear tights, pantyhose under my skirts and dresses and shorts, nude ones. Even if it's like 30 degrees. It really hit like when your skin's sweaty and it touches like a bus seat or something.
Oh yeah, so you mean if you're sitting down with a skirt on and you're on a public transport?
Yeah, the last thing you want is like your bum touching where someone random homeless man's bum has been 20 minutes before.
That happened to me once. I sat on a bus and the seat was already warm. I'm thinking, oh no, someone's.
No. It's giving me the toilet seat like reminders when you go to the toilet seat and it's been pre-warmed by someone.
I know exactly how you feel there. I used to stand up, but these days I sit down, and it's so was a worry in a public toilet.
So before we had bras, basically, for the longest time, we had the corset, also sometimes known as stays. I went through a phase of trying to wear corsets, but honestly nowadays I think corsets look nice, but only if they're made out of good materials. Like in the past, they used to make corsets out of whalebones, and that's how they got their like really thin waist shape, because it was the whalebones that were that gave them the curves. A lot of corsets nowadays, like the sort you might get on fast fashion websites, like Shein, would be made of like really cheap materials that don't actually work like a proper corset. They have the aesthetic, but they don't actually pull you in. You have to spend a lot of money for a proper corset that does what it's supposed to do.
Oh, I see what you mean. So can you breathe in them when you're wearing them, sort of thing? Or?
Yes, you can breathe fine, as long as you're not being silly and pulling it too tight.
I've always wanted to do like a photo shoot where we're in one of those corsets, sort of thing. Back in was it 1950s? They used to wear corsets with all the dresses back then.
Yes, and they also had something called a girdle, which is more closer to the underbust in that it just sort of squeezes the tummy. And we were talking about monobosom. That was quite prominent in the Edwardian era, so the early 1900s, 1901 to 1910, just after Queen Victoria. The type of corset people used back then was higher, so it enclosed the breasts as well. But what that meant was that instead of there being any space between the cleavage, it was like a line.
Oh, I see what you mean. Would you like to wear one of them yourself these days now? Do a photo shoot with a monoboob?
I don't really find the look that attractive. Maybe if I was doing like some sort of period style dress up, I would consider it. But honestly, I prefer. I'm a naturalist. I prefer the natural boob shape. Naturally boobs are kind of teardrop shaped. I think boobs look best when they're more naturally shaped. That's just my personal preference.
No, I agree with that. Definitely, yeah. It's nice to see the natural shaped boobs instead of just the one sort of thing, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, and I'm not really a big fan of the giant silicone boob look.
You like to go for the bimbo look sort of thing? Or?
I'm not really into bimbos. I like my class. Like I'd rather have a classy Edwardian girl with her mono boob over a bimbo. I've given advice to plenty sissies who like bimbo fashion. If that's what you like, that's fine. But like it's pretty obvious I'm into like historical fashion. By the period of 1915, basically, the first bras were starting to come in. Well, the first sort of early bra variant was called a corset cover, and it was a kind of sheath that you would put on over your corset to keep it clean. And then they sort of became shorter and became considered something to wear with your corset as like to be proper, because back in the day it was considered very important for women to wear layers.
Okay, this is why you wear layers today, sort of thing. You're into all that.
I think I just wear layers because I'm too cold.
do you have your own corset or like a sleeve the corset covers or anything? Or?
I don't actually have any corsets right now. My sister left some for me to use, and her corset was too small for me. Very like rockabilly pin-up style, and I was really annoyed I couldn't fit into it. But she's a lot less busty and a lot smaller than me. She's very, very thin.
Good gosh, no way! You have a lovely body yourself. You've got the famous hourglass without the corset on, you know.
Well, not to be too mean to my sister, but my sister is very small-chested. So I'm a 32D. She's more like an A or a B.
Wow, no way.
Yeah.
I think there's this thing about the B cup. I think everyone seemed to want the B cup at one point.
I think it was just seen as fashionable. I feel like a lot of women's clothes are designed for small boobs, because anything that's baggy looks terrible on someone with a big chest.
Oh, right, okay. So
this is my personal opinion, but from what I found, it just makes you look a bit fat, or gives you that Queen Victoria bin bag dress look.
Oh, that's what you mean, because it doesn't come back down.
Yeah. So all the femboys out there, I am so jealous of your flat chests, because you look gorgeous in every dress, and I don't.
I think all the femboys be out there saying they're really jealous of your breasts.
I actually have a trans friend, and we have an ongoing joke where I complain about boobs and how it sucks to run, and she's like, I'll take your boobs if you want, and you can have my health, because she never gets sick.
That does sound like a good trade, actually.
After the First World War, so the war 1914 to 18, fashion changed again. So we have the 20s, and what was considered fashionable back then was the very boyish, flat-chested look, and the sort of bras that were popular, the bandeau bras, were nothing more than strips of lacy material with ribbon straps. So very much like kind of like the sort of bralettes that we have today, that are very less about support and more about modesty, maybe.
Okay, that's the ones like the laces and the ribbons and stuff on it.
Yes. So a lot of the laces and ribbons and stuff kind of come from that era, where it was quite popular to decorate your lingerie with those sorts of things. Do you like lace and ribbons and things like that when you're wearing your bras? Or?
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love lace and ribbons. So the lace is like really light and breathable sort of thing material, and it dries pretty quickly as well, because I sweat quite a lot down there in my boobs. So I need a bra that doesn't show the sweat marks. You can wear the lace and like all that stuff under loads of different items of clothing as well, if you know what I mean.
It does make you feel prettier, doesn't it? I really love wearing pretty underwear under a pretty dress. It just sort of makes me feel even more girly.
Yeah, definitely. So much more feminine with the ribbons and stuff and everything on it.
The only downside, right, if you've got like a bra with lots of ribbons and lace and things like that, is it doesn't give a nice silhouette underclothing. All the like lace and bits of ribbons and stuff sort of sticks out.
Oh, I see what you mean. So you have a dress with little lumps everywhere.
Yeah, you'll have those little lumpy bits. And unfortunately, the bras that look best under clothing are usually the plainest, most boring bras. That's why they have this thing called a t-shirt bra, which is just smooth. Okay. If you've ever seen those bras that are just completely smooth, like cotton.
Yeah, is that what they're for?
Yeah,
is it? So you put them underneath clothes and...
Yeah, the idea is that they could be worn under a t-shirt and you wouldn't see them. You wouldn't even know.
Oh wow, that could come in quite handy for a couple of feminine boys if they're just wearing them under their male clothes. They want anybody to know.
Yes. I also find that there's a lot of bras, like push-up bras, where for men who want to wear a bra and still feel like they have something in it, it gives you, it gives whatever chest that you do have some oomph. You know, makes it look a little bit bigger. And sometimes there's ones with like little, they have little like inserts, and you can put pads or gel or silicone or whatever you want inside. I went bra shopping last time my trans friend was here, and we had some fun.
Which one did she choose in the end?
We went to this shop called Peacocks, which is like a kind of women's clothing shop. It does have a small men's section. The lingerie there is quite nice, and there were like push-up bras that came with like gel inserts. I'd actually told her before she came to visit me. I was like, oh, I found the perfect bra for you. We went straight in, and she just went, okay, you're right, this does look good, and she bought it straight away.
I remember my ex-girlfriend that to me at the time. She made me wear a bra and my boy clothes sort of thing as a cruel joke. And it was one of those ones that you said, it had the cap on it and the silicone and everything. But I think little did she know the joke was on her, because I quite enjoyed wearing it, actually, like you said.
And I'm sure you looked fabulous. I've done that with my last boyfriend, my ex. Although I didn't, it was just a t-shirt bra. It wasn't a padded bra, so it looked a bit silly. He was completely flat with just this red bra. In fact, if you've seen that picture of me as a Santa girl,
I have. I love that picture.
It was that bra.
How did he handle it? Did he enjoy it? Or?
Well, he seemed to like it. I mean, it was, to be fair, I wore his boxers.
What do you think of the boys' boxers? You prefer to wear them or the panties?
Well, see, girls have something like boys' boxers. We have shorts. They're like briefs, but they go slightly around the leg. Those are okay. I don't really like men's boxers. They're too breezy. I feel like weird.
But you girls have so much better underwear and stuff as well. You got, like you said, the boxer short panties. You got the thongs. You got so much different types. And boys just got boring boxers or a jockstrap or something.
Anyway, going back to the bras. Around the 1930s and 40s, people started to wear girdles, which functioned much like a corset, in that they squeezed the body, but they didn't use any laces, not the same way. They used, I think, rubber and things like that. The rounded bosom that is so popular nowadays came about with the success of early Hollywood. Like Marilyn Monroe and stuff like that really helped with the idea of the perfect hourglass figure that people want to emulate, you know?
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I know what you mean. Have you ever wanted to emulate that with the a push-up bra or anything? Or
well, see, push-up bras are really good at giving you that sort of round, top-heavy cleavage. I did tell you I have a push-up bra story for you.
I did hear you had a Primark bra story. Is this true?
Yes. So back when I was still in high school, I was in Primark with my lesbian friend, and she was like, "Ooh, I've never tried a push-up bra." And I was like, "Oh, I have also never worn a push-up bra. Let's grab some push-up bras." So in Primark they sell, they're famous for their maximize your assets push-up bra range, which gives you like 2 extra cup sizes. You know.
No way.
So if you're like a size B, it makes your breast look like a D. That's how much padding it has.
So if you're size D, it'd make you look like more than double D?
Yes, it would make you look absolutely ridiculous, yes.
Like the bimbo. So.
Yes. So we tried these on, and we tried them on with a pair of camis, so that you would get the full view of wearing the bras. Because we didn't want to walk outside the changing room just in bras. In case, we bump into anyone we know. It's a bit weird. And we both looked at each other with a giant cleavage, and this is like a couple of 16-year-olds, and we just started cackling. We started absolutely laughing our heads off because of how silly we looked. And the next thing we did was we chest bumped.
Oh, no way!
Yeah, we jumped up to each other, and we sort of like, it's almost like giving a high five with your boobs because there was that much foam and padding. We bounced off each other, and it was so funny. It was so great.
Did you buy the bras? Did you walk out wearing them, or did you put them back?
We didn't buy them. We just wanted to see what they were like. We were like, we'll never wear this. It's a waste of money. Also, we're teenagers, so we're poor. So, an American company called Warner's invented the cup sizes that America still uses to this day. But in the UK, our size guide originally was quite different. The bust sizes were labeled junior, medium, full, and full with wide waist.
Full with wide waist?
That's so insulting.
I was going to say, the boobs are proper waist.
I find it really, I don't know, it'd be really hard to like go up to the sales clerk or whatever and be like, do you have this in my size? And they'd be like, well, what size are you? Wide waist.
White face. I want a fat one, please.
Give me the bra for the fat ladies. That's something I never understood about men's clothes, right? Because women's clothes, they give them all sorts of numbers so you can feel better about yourself, you know. But men's clothes, it's just like large, extra large, extra, extra, extra large, extra, 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 extra large.
That's it, or medium if you're lucky. Or...
if you're thin, you'll get the medium, and if you're a child, maybe you'll fit into the small.
I remember being down in Asia, and like the sizes there, they got the same small, medium, and large. But what they call a large, we would call a small. So I bought loads of clothes in, like you said, extra large, large. Put them on, they barely fit.
Yeah. So in the 1950s, Christian Dior came along and said, "You know what's hot? Curves. Curves are hot." So building on the popularity of the round boobies from Hollywood, fashion and bras changed once again. And that is about the halfway mark of this book. So I think that's a good place to stop. And if this is popular, we'll come back and do part 2.
That's the 1950s had such amazing fashion there. Like you said, the curves were hot.
They were.
You had like the female icons here: Audrey Hepburn, Marilyn Monroe, Grace Kelly, Bridget Bardot, all those ones. Is that what you mean?
Yes. And all those sort of influenced the fashion yet again. And so that is the history of bras from the earliest beginnings as mere tata tailored strips to the whalebone corset to the over-the-shoulder boulder holder we know and love. I love that one. Now, to finish this off, we're going to chat about some fun words for boobs. Because boobs and bras go together like sissies and cages. Because I love anime, of course, we're going to talk about Japan. And their most common word for boobs, at least in the animated media, is opai. But there's a few more. Kyonyu, giant boobs. Chonyu, super boobs. And bakunyu, explosively big boobs. It comes from like bakuhats, which means explosion, right?
Oh, wow.
All right, your turn. Your turn to humiliate yourself with mispronouncing Japanese words for boobs.
Paisura?
Yeah.
Is that another one there? Paisura?
Yeah, that's when a strap separates boobs. So if you have a handbag and it's a cross-strap bag that goes between your chest, that's the word for that.
Oh, like when you put your seatbelt on, it goes between the boobs.
Yeah, paisura.
I was going to say that there's other words like boing, like from boing, the sound of boobs.
It's a very accurate sound.
Everyone knows what that one says. What is that?
Maybe if you're wearing a push-up bra, boing, you bounce off each other.
Is that the noise it made when you and your friend?
Yes, definitely.
I think my favourite one though has got to be sturu peta.
And what does that mean?
I think that one means flat boobs.
Ooh, I like that.
We've got some words over here for boobs in London if anybody wanted to hear some.
Yes, let's share those. I'd like to hear that.
Yeah, okay. So the one of the famous one is knockers. We've got bangers.
I like that. I'd like to bang your bangers.
Really famous one there. We've got cans. Or there's also another one, tits. It depends. If you're a Cockney rhyming slang person from London, we call them Brad Pitts.
Oh, I like that one. I have a little like one line I always use when I'm trying to make people laugh on dates. People like me because of my charm and charisma. And then I point to my breasts. This one's charm and this one's charisma. So thank you so much, Lily, for joining me. And if anyone is interested in chatting together in the future, on future topics, let me know. I also recommend following Lily, as I said before. Her information should be in the description and in the top comment. And I'll probably post about her on Twitter and various other things. You've been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this, and I would seriously be happy to have you along again.
Oh, thank you very much, Miss Angel. Same to you. You've been so much fun. It's been lovely chatting with you. And I just wanted to say, if there's any like secret sissies out there or cross-dressers that are listening right now, if you're ever worried about what people will think of you or you need someone to talk to, I definitely recommend getting in touch with the wonderful Miss Angel. you'll instantly be put at ease, and she'll teach you that, you know, you're not alone, and there's quite a lot of other people out there in the same boat. So definitely recommend following Miss Angel and getting in touch with her.
To the end. It really has been a lot of fun doing this. Hopefully you've had as much fun as me.
I've had much fun. Thank you very much,
I'm
Miss
glad.
Angel.
Do you have any final comments you'd like to make?
Yeah, that's just like I said before, really. If any of you sissies or cross-dressers are out there and you wanted a real female to dress you up, then I'd definitely recommend getting in touch with Miss Angel. She's so much fun.
Dear listener, I hope you feel suitably femme from listening. And most importantly, until next time, my darling.